It's time. Please make welcome your host for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Sean McCullough.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. We are live right here in downtown Knoxville at Visit Knoxville. You still have time to come join us for the show. We got a treat today coming down the road from Nashville, Tennessee. Y'all give a big welcome to Kiely Connell.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I don't get to Knoxville as often as I'd like. I'm going to kick it off with the title track off of my, not the title track, the first track off of my new record that I just put out on Friday. This one's about all of my friends who never met a drink they wouldn't down or a drug they wouldn't do, unfortunately. Could be their undoing. This one's called Through to You.
Stumbling through since the day you turned 22. You drained everything anybody placed in front of you. Whatever came down, turning down another round. Always been the biggest rock star in this God-forsaken town. But honey, there's no getting through. There's no getting through to you. No, there's just no getting through. There's no getting through to you. Plastered your face on glossy pages, you felt famous. Stirring up some trouble every night has left you aimless. It seems like over time you got so damn self-destructive. Baby, can't last, ain't enough sound in your hourglass. But I think there's no getting through. There's no getting through to you. No, there's just no getting through. There's no getting through to you. There's other ways to kill the landlord's blues. Tripping out the bar, tumbling over your shoes. At 33, it ain't looking as cute. Guess there's nothing we can do. But honey, there's no getting through. There's no getting through to you. No, there's just no getting through. There's no getting through to you.
Thank you. Y'all are so kind. This is really fun. I don't usually get to do stuff. I've never done that. This is my first time doing this show. So thanks for having me. Old Knoxville. I had something happen very early on in my life as a teenager that I think formed who I would become as an adult. I unfortunately, tragically lost a very dear friend of mine when we were teenagers because he felt like hope was lost. And that's something that I don't ever want anyone else to feel, because I still remember everything about my life when I lost him. So I did write this song for him. This one's called Restless Bones.
Nobody's perfect, so we've been told. He had his faults, but he came pretty close. He was someone to turn to when life turned upside down. Sometimes a counselor, sometimes a clown. We'll sure miss having him around. So he made a place where restless bones can lie forever sleeping. And when we laid him in the ground, even the sky was life of the party, good for a smile. Hell, but he could get drunk every once in a while. Sometimes a loser, but always a friend. He'd always let you know right where you stand. A fighter right up till the end. So he made a place where restless bones can lie forever sleeping. And when we laid him in the ground, even the sky was it's always too soon, no matter the age, but down at 16 is its own kind of pain. Words can't explain. So we made a place where restless bones can lie forever sleeping. And when we laid him in the ground, even the sky was weeping.
That's Kiely Connell on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, that's probably a hard song to sing sometimes, I would imagine.
It is. I think, because it happened such a long time ago, it took forever to process it. And then I started looking at the way that I navigate my life and the way that I view life. And I had that kind of aha moment that's the reason why. And that's why it felt more important now than ever to write that song for him.
Yeah. So, I mean, clearly you get some of your inspiration from very personal things. Is that what inspired you to start writing songs in the first place, was to kind of delve into your own inner life and so forth?
I would say so. I think it's my way of processing, but also I've found this incredible thing that happens when you put yourself out there and you are more open. It helps everyone else feel less alone in everything that they're going through. And that makes me feel great, because I don't want there to be people out there who are struggling, who feel like no one understands what they're going through.
Yeah, I think that's a role that music and good songwriting plays, for
Exactly.
sure. So, a little bit about you. You are originally from close to Chicago in Indiana.
Yeah, Hammond, Indiana. About 20 minutes. They call it the region. Yeah. Region rats is what they not so lovingly call us.
Okay.
But I own it,
All right. And then you made your way to Nashville, and you're living there now. And sounds like one of the ways that you're kind of probably making your living is something that we have a lot of folks who come through here do over there in Nashville. It's just play those daytime shows at the various venues on Broadway. Tell us a little bit about that experience of playing down there on Broadway.
It's pretty wild. For someone like me, I'm not, I love getting to do renditions of songs that I like, but I'm not most of the time with contemporary music, I'm just listening to my friends who play music. So I'm not really listening to what's out there on the radio waves, and then it's kind of awkward when people come up and request things, and I'm like, I don't know that. I could do a Bob Dylan song from 1970, but I can't do that.
I mean, are you expected to play all of the contemporary country hits, or do they let you play your own stuff?
That's the cool thing about Chiefs, I have to say, is that's a part of the reason why they hired me, is because they had heard my first record and they said, we're trying to do something different here at this bar on Broadway. Give people not just the same covers that they're doing at every single bar. So about half of my set is my originals, which is pretty
awesome.
great.
Yeah, because a lot of the folks who come through here, they say, yeah, I slip in an original every now and then, but they're just expected to play the covers. Well, that's great.
It has been great, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you can check, you're there for anybody who's visited Nashville. Tell us when your regular slots are.
So I'm there on Tuesdays from 6:30 to 10:30, and Thursdays from 2:30 to 6:30.
Okay, very good. And of course, they can keep up with all of that on your website. Tell us your website.
Yes, it's KielyConnellmusic.com. All of my tour dates are always up there, and I try to make sure that I keep my Chiefs dates updated in case I'm out of town or something, so that people don't show up. Because it's happened recently. There were some people from Canada that came in and requested some of my original songs.
Very nice.
I couldn't believe that they even figured out that I was there. I was like, who told you this?
And if you're looking for her on the internet, Kiely is from a family name, a family surname, and it's spelled a little different than often. It's Kiely. So KielyConnellmusic.com. Let's talk a little bit more about your recordings, because you just released on Friday a brand new record. It's your second record. Tell us about making that record and what people can expect, where they can find it, all that stuff.
Well, thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about it. I got to live my dream on that. It was something that I never really thought would happen. Usually the top tier producers cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And for probably over a decade, I had been joking around about working with Tucker Martine, because I never thought I would get to, because he's done some of my favorite records. He won a Grammy 2 years ago, and I went in there, I sent him my demos, and he immediately responded, and he wanted to do it, and we made this incredible record. I got to play with Nate Query from the Decemberists on bass, and Andy Borger, who has played with Tom Waits and Norah Jones on drums, and it just was like unreal. And these people are kind of my family now, which is even weirder. Like the Decemberists came into Nashville, and Nate got me my backstage pass to the after party, and we were walking around the Ryman together, and I just kept thinking, this feels so surreal.
This is my life now. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, very good. That's very cool. So people can find that on all the streaming platforms, but you also have
Yeah.
physical copies, and you have some here
I
today,
do.
both vinyl and CDs
I
for
do.
people who are in the audience.
Of the new record. And
Yeah.
it's, my first record was a lot more folky. This one is more, I've been hearing the feedback that it's like country meets indie rock. So that's cool.
Sounds like
it's
a good
kind of what,
vibe.
yeah, it's what I'm trying to do, something a little different. So I appreciate that feedback.
All right. Well, one more thing just before we get back to it. For those of you who live in Nashville, besides your regular residency in September, she's playing at Americana Fest and also at a wonderful venue called The Basement. So you can catch her there. She'll be back in Knoxville in September as well, playing at Barley's on September 12th. So all opportunities to catch her playing live again. But let's get some more live music right now.
Awesome. So I usually like to follow that, and it's in the album that it is on the record. I wanted to do a song about the loss of someone with a song about the idea of afterlife and what that is or what that looks like. I was raised Catholic, but I don't really feel like I'm any one thing anymore. I feel like I'm just very open to ideas and whatever energies are around. I call myself a spiritual person. So I wrote this song about that. I'd like to think that maybe I've lived 100 times before and I'll live 100 times more. Who knows? I don't know. I feel like I don't have any of the answers. So this one's called Hobo's Dream.
Some say I'm a drifter by nature, as tough as steel underneath the wheels, on train tracks that wind back and wander out to what the great unknown reveals. I hang my head on the next nail I find and roll my bedroll under the pines. Sleep with one eye open and never miss knowing that love has a price. So don't miss me when I'm gone. Roll that dirt over me and I'll be moving on. But who knows, I might find I wake up alive in 1885 in the springtime, late afternoon in some dusty Kansas saloon. I flew with eagles leaving Leavenworth. I sailed across the canyons in a silver Thunderbird. I pushed some ponies rocket fast down Route 66, and it was heaven hanging on a stick. So don't miss me when I'm gone. Roll that dirt over me and I'll be moving on. But who knows, I might find I wake up alive in 1969 in an Airstream. from a transistor radio dream. Shaking moon dust off my feet. Breathing air that's sparkling, iridescent, purple, blue, and green. And find you there waiting on me. Thank you, guys. It's always fun when you finish a song and somebody goes, "Oh, yeah." Admittedly, I kind of always was somebody who was very skeptical of the idea of love, what love is, how it exists, if someone would ever truly love you. And some days when I'm having a hard time, I still believe that it's, I don't know how capable I am of all of that. But I was in a long-term relationship, an 8-year-long relationship that unfortunately did not make it as of about 2 years ago. But there were times together when I did feel loved. And so I wrote this song for him. This one's called Coming Up Empty. People don't live fairy tales. Half the time a marriage fails. Some folks ain't alone, but they're still lonely. No one does the little things like screaming punk songs out of key while holding hands and driving down the highway. But I'm falling short, I'm coming up empty, 'cause I was sure nobody loves the way you love me. Thought I'd find a trick, hell I was certain, but there's no sleight of hand or man behind your curtain. People don't just hang around, try to fix you when you're down, or stitch you back together with silver linings. No one always puts you first or takes you when you're at your worst. Finds a way to make the good things better, but I'm falling short, I'm coming up empty, You tell me that I'm worth it, but I know nothing is perfect. So I'm falling short. I'm coming up empty, 'cause I was sure nobody loves the way you love me. Thought I'd find a trick, hell I was certain, but there's no smoke and mirrors, no sleight of hand, no man behind your curtain.
Thank you, guys. This next one I wrote with a good friend of mine who we've written songs together for years, and it's the idea that women, there's such a great emphasis since the day we're born on the idea of physical beauty and what that means, and feeling like one day you'll be invisible, which feels very unfair and inadequate also, or inaccurate. I don't believe that at all. I feel like some of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my life are people who have lived this huge life, who have all of this wisdom. So we wanted to write a song about a woman in 3 different difficult milestones of her life. This song is called Beautiful.
Dishwater blinds are not always shoo-ins for homecoming queen. Her bright green eyes sparkle with tears, 'cause kids can be mean. A badge of her innocence is now worn by a quarterback, like a letter on his sweater. Just remember you're beautiful, gentle and kind and so beautiful. You're such an angelic soul. They don't mind what they say, they don't know. You can't cry enough tears to wash away beautiful. Mothers of 3 sometimes can be hard on themselves, putting their needs and all of their dreams up on a shelf. She misses the girl in the pearls in a tight white dress, back when she felt her best. Just remember you're beautiful. when 30 feels like 40's knocking at your door. You don't have to hide, stand up with pride. You're beautiful. Up in her bedroom, she sits at the mirror, tracing lines on her face, brushing her hair, the bright shades of silver, a cascade of gray, gracefully aging like wine in a cask. How the time goes fast. Just remember you're beautiful, effortless and timelessly beautiful. Now which time is yours to hold, living your years of gold. You can't get too old, you'll never outgrow.
Thank you. That's perfect, because that's how many I have. Timed it out perfectly. So obviously I've been telling you guys a lot about my life today. It's kind of what I do. When I left my 8-year-long relationship that I was in, it was my first holiday season that I had ever spent completely alone. And I was working in this great restaurant in this incredible hotel in downtown Nashville, but it made me feel so incredibly numb to everything that was going on, to just be this fixture, like standing there, watching life happen to everyone else. And everyone's celebrating with their loved ones, and I just never felt more alone. I never felt more numb. So I wrote this song about how I was feeling at that time. This one's called Anesthesia.
You can cut me to the bone till I'm bleeding and I won't feel it. Stick me with 100 needles, peel back my fingers, I wouldn't feel a tingle. 'cause I don't get faced these days. See the pain it barges in, but it never stays. I don't feel nothing. I must be anesthesia. Stuck here like a stone. I lost my backbone. Most days I'm all alone, laying in the haze with the door aching, my stomach's caving in. It might take a scream to wake me, but even that still couldn't shake me. 'Cause I don't get faced these days. See the pain it barges in, but it never stays. I don't feel nothing. I must be anesthesia. I don't get faced these days. See the pain it barges in, but it never stays. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing. I must be anesthesia.
That's Kiely Connell on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more song from her, but before that, I did want to break in and thank you all for coming out today, everybody who's watching and listening out there. If you happen to be in the audience here at Visit Knoxville, I'd invite you to go visit with her over at the merch table after the show and make her feel welcome here in town. I also want to remind you can keep up with her music at KielyConnellmusic.com. That's Kiely, Kiely, Connellmusic.com. So I want to remind you that we do the Blue Plate Special 6 days a week, every day except for Sunday. I'm usually the Saturday host. My name's Sean McCullough. If you were wondering what I'm doing here, Red is on vacation this week, and I am filling in for her. I also happen to be the host of another show called Kid Stuff, which is for kids and anybody else who wants to tune in. I have a lot of grown-ups who tune in as well. We are doing a very special Kid Stuff show next Saturday. We're going to move down the street to the beautiful historic Bijou Theater and do a live broadcast with a wonderful band from Asheville, the Billy Jonas Band, and it's at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's free, just like normal, and I'd invite you to, invite anybody who has kids and bring the kids out next Saturday morning. We have little postcards about that show and all our other live shows coming up over there in the corner by the Sun Sphere. The picture of the Sun Sphere, at least. Well, let's get one more song from Kiely Connell today.
I'm going to do the title track of this new record. My Own Company is the title. Not a big secret after everything that we've talked about. It's about the sacrifice that it takes, everything that you give up to do this crazy thing that we do that we love. And, you know, I might not be a mother ever. I might not get married, and that's okay, as long as I get to do what I love. And the most important thing is my relationship with myself, and that's what this song is about.
Of my few real relationships, ours is by far most complex. I know what you're thinking, sometimes I know what you'll say next, but I don't understand why you do what you do. No, it ain't like I'm trying to, when someone who wants to be loved won't let anyone. But I'm in it for life, whatever that looks like. And I can't forgive me, 'cause I can't keep living in this dim light. I know I didn't turn out to be the girl of your dreams, but lately it's harder to keep my own company. I look in the mirror and tell you things you don't believe. As if the mantras could drown these insecurities. Too late for babies and 401ks, and too young to be in so much damn pain. But I'm in it for life, whatever that looks like. And I can't forgive me, 'cause I'm too damn busy most of the time. I know I didn't turn out to be the girl of your dreams, but it's getting harder to keep my own company. I could start drinking again, go on a bender, throw myself into the Cumberland. But I'm in it for life, whatever that looks like. Hey, gotta forgive me if I've got it in me somewhere inside. 'Cause maybe I could still turn out to be the girl of my dreams and find it all I wanna keep is my own company.
That's Kiely Connell live right here in downtown Knoxville. Hope you'll join us next time for more real live music on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. But right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio.